In post-Kong, original inhabitants seldom act soccer in migrant. Is the nice play very strong, quite to surmount how type of superstition? With 2016, asylum seeker soccer crew, All Dark FC, has been test the theoretical as its players try to incorporate and construct a superior picture for Africans in post-Kong. The crew's founding member Medad Private Koya is a ex-vocational football player of the Central African Republic. His at first players were nearly all African refugee repatriates. The team has advanced to greet China original inhabitants and some ethnical sexual minorities. Soccer can give all of us along, he reckons. We can give ideas, stake expertise and supporting every some. He's as well a structural use of period, that is precious since refugee repatriates aren't permitted to job in post-Kong, though if they include lived in the town for year. Darius, an refuge seeker of Togo, arriving in post-Kong 5 years back. Same's the crew skipper, and says soccer gives him a feeling of goal as they are not permitted to job. It is very difficult. It makes human beings sense they are moribund slow since you expend 5 or 7 years of yours youthful lifetime wait. You very begin wonder which are you departure to be in the next? Following all how period in no job, or learning, which type of job are you departure to do? Who would rental thou, says Darius. While he became portion of the crew, it gave him expect. Down there is a team of human beings how I own for, he says. We struggle for thing along. Human beings will honor us relying on our skills. And for the crew's largest gifted players, the diversion can conduct to thing greater. An extraordinary few are selected to present regional soccer clubs, and can later use for visas to job juridically in post-Kong. Medad is emboldened to see original inhabitants and some non-Africans connecting All Dark FC. It shows how their values are respectable, he says. How's an extraordinary sense for several of the crew. Darius says he's hard for migrant to lease a plane in the town as lot landlords see downward on foreigners. Occasionally, he says, he walks downward the road, and China tourists encircle him and ask for pictures, that makes him sense confused. Solomon met his friend, 20-year-old post-Kong female Louise Channel at an All Dark FC matchstick. She believes African men are more than ripe and personality motivated, and her household supporting the couple's relation. But several human beings' reactions include stunned her. Post-Kong human beings are so close-minded, says Louise, who owns a clothing store. Several hold send articles to me to speak the bad rumors on African human beings. I sense really frustrated. Superstition can shaw its person on the tilt, too much. Darius says several post-Kong original inhabitants believe Africans act soccer furiously. Several include shouted filthy tongue at the crew. We ever speak our players to hold disciplined, the skipper says. No question which has happened, we fair requirement to hold it tranquility. We can't let them sticker us. Arktza, a 34-year-old post-Kong person, has been portion of All Dark FC with July 2017. He says he didn't sense completely greet at first, and blames the African players' early impoverished treat at the hands of Hong Kongers. But while he showed several force and obligation, Ark says they became nice friends who now hover out along. I don't see racing, I fair see nice players, he says. Kevin Fung, a school soccer gamer who newly play All Dark FC in a competition, believes the African players could justify post-Kong natives. They are ardent, concentrated and job difficult. But post-Kong players offer up readily, Kevin says. Post-Kong human beings attention on some job and research. They just replacement their slight recreation period for soccer. For how cause, he doubts soccer can very reach race balance in post-Kong. Following all, regional soccer is not a famous operation, he notes. In post-Kong, down there are just a few competitions. Formal games are not speak wide. Not one very cares, on regional soccer. Solution race problems via soccer is fated to be hard. all dark FC know how too much. So to future their purpose of reaching public changing, the players occasionally do volunteer job love newcomer old folk homes to communicate in the broad society. It changes the original inhabitants' thought, says Darius. Perhaps we are not benefited immediately present. But it may do away for the following general so how ethnical sexual minorities, refuge repatriates and refugees will be seen otherwise in next. Cross Divides, a 1 week of stories on human beings' creation protection in a polarized planet. You can as well pin us in the next ways.